the price increases in parallel with the size of the baby. Now, I think that's a bit sizist. So if you have a fat bub, you got to pay more. Not cool. So some firms are charging...
I bet you that's going to send ripples through the sumo wrestling community.
I was going to say, what about the poor sumo babies? But apparently some firms are charging up to 1 yen a gram.
Wow.
I don't know if that's much.
What's a grain of rice weigh? Not even a gram.
Not a gram. So a 3.5 kilo baby or faux baby will price you around 3,500 yen, which is about 18 Australian dollars.
Send a bag of rice with your baby's face on it.
Yeah, it's creepy, man. I'm just looking at the photo again.
Can you buy babies in vending machines in Japan?
Probably.
I know you can buy things to stop you having babies in vending machines.
I bet you could buy one of these. And all you'd have to do is put a photo in and it'd print it and everything. And just
airdrop the photo into it.
Yeah.
And it'd print it straight away.
But so apparently the creator said, I first had the idea about 14 years ago when my own son was born, and I was thinking about what I could do for relatives who live far away and couldn't see him.
Send them rice.
So when they were sick of the baby, you just cooked the damn thing. What if you were at one end of Tokyo and your lady love was at the other?
Okay.
What do you send her?
A bullet train? I don't know.
No. Like you want to go, hey, how you doing? Right?
Yeah.
So there's this rice bag thing going on. do you go down and get your wang measured, and then take a photo and just a photo of the tip? Because apparently all they do is put the head on these. They don't put the rest of the body. It's just the head. So
but it'd get pixelated like in most Japanese porn. It'd just be pixelated, wouldn't it?
It would actually. You're absolutely right. So, yeah, you get this, I don't know, bag of rice that looks like your wang with a Minecraft pixelated end on it. Do you reckon they'd make it pixelated?
They'd have to. You've got to.
You've got to, haven't they?
Because I even think that when Japanese men pull their penises out to take a piss,
it's
pixelated.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They just pixelate it. They're like dick pics. No, forget it. You can try and take a pic. They don't even have the software on phones to pixelate it. It's already pixelated.
So come out of the womb pixelated.
Yeah.
Out of the pixelated womb.
It looks like your todger has been smashed into a fucking waffle iron.
Or it's committed a crime. Or it's on an expose on a current affair.
Yeah, exactly right. Like you cannot see this helmet, this mushroom. Oh, wow. Okay, sending rice.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a nice prezi and all that kind of thing, and I'm sure there's a whole bunch of mum and pop, pop-up stores.
There are now.
Doing that.
Yeah.
But what would you send in Australia? How would you do that in Australia? We're all locked down, right? What would you send? You've had the birth of the baby. So what would you send to relatives? Do you think you'd just go, I'm going to send photos via email or social media?
I'm just going to FaceTime them and go, look at my baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Or would you go, the Aussie way? Would you do like a quarter lamb, like a hind quarter with the face?
No, it'd just be easy enough.
Slab of beer.
No, or chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugs.
Just fill it with fries or nugs. That's all you got to do. That'd be the most Australian thing. Or maybe get your child's face printed on a pair of pluggers.
Go the thong.
Go on the thongs.
Yeah.
Why not? Or you could, make hoodies or something like that. I don't know what you could do. What else is Australian? Do you know?
You could stamp the kid's face on a kangaroo.
Could do that. Yeah. Get the kangaroo to deliver it as well in their pouch.
Yeah.
If the lockdown is extended, you could keep sending, things.
You could print your baby's face on COVID vaccine.
Yeah, that's right.
Because that's a rare commodity in Australia at the moment.
What about your baby's face on, say, a sashie of ice?
That's more for the western suburbs.
That's popular in the western suburbs of Sydney. You could send, you could basically send a photo of your baby, sticking someone up with a blade at a train station. Why not?
Print dole checks with the photo.
Dole checks? Yep. You could. Why don't you send them a letter from the state saying my child was born with the license instantly suspended? Why not? What else could you do in Australia? Hey? How about, I know what you do. No.
What do you do?
Over here, you send them rice bubbles. But not the good rice bubbles.
No, the home brand one.
You want the home brand one. The black and gold.
The one that comes in a bag. Doesn't even come in the box.
No. They've gone, you know what? Why would we put our rice bubbles in a bag, in a box? Fuck it, they're just in a bag.
Just in a bag.
There you go.
Yep.
That's what you get.
This is pressed rice scrapings.
Mum, I've given birth for the 9th time.
It's a bag of fucking rice bubbles, and now piss off.
You know what? I got to say, basically, if the girl's given birth 9 times, then I don't really know what drug-addled state the mother is in. Not the mother that gave birth, but the mother of the mother. Like, she's a fucking grandmother by 27.
Oh, that's what you could give him.
What?
You could just give him a pound of weed with the baby's face on it.
Oh, yeah. That'd work.
Yep.
And then they won't even know exactly, like, they'll wake up in the morning going, we have a grandchild?
We smoked the baby.
Loose talk, even looser opinions.
This is the best show on earth.
This is The Burble.
I miss the days of the drug cartels in Mexico. No, I do, many movies starring maybe Will Smith, Bad Boys, all that kind of thing, trying to prevent the gun, the kush getting into the continental United States.
Lethal Weapon and Steven Seagal.
Yeah. They're trying to stop this, stem the
war on drugs.
The war and make Nancy Reagan proud, just say no to drugs. Well, as we all know, the legalization of cannabis in the United States is going on in a whole bunch of different states, especially California, but it's Southern California where it's really going off. Well, for the first time ever, the tide has now changed. Legally grown marijuana in the US is pouring into Mexico at an unprecedented amount. Whilst the demand for trendy US strains such as Girl Scout cookies and Alaskan Thunderfuck,
named after a drag queen,
is selling hugely south of the border. That's right. Tijuana has the taste for Girl Scout cookies and Alaskan Thunderfuck. That's hard to say. Alaskan Thunderfuck. Try and say that 5 times fast.
Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Now, buying and selling marijuana is illegal in Mexico. Although the country remains one of the largest producers of cannabis in the world and America's largest supplier for decades, but not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
They got the boutique stuff. It's like 15, 20 years ago in Australia, you got Tui's or VB, right?
Yeah, or in the northern states, 4X.
4X.
Southern states, Carlton Draft. And the western states,
West End.
Emu, West End or Swan.
Yeah, exactly. So you had your normal domestic beers.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the fancy beers popped up. You got your IPAs, your pale ales, your boutique breweries that cost like $13 for one can of Dan Murphy's kind of shit. This is exactly what's going on there. See, Mexico for years has been churning out the VB and the Tui's of weed, and then all of a sudden America get a taste for it and they start micro-brewing their weed, and all the Mexicans are like, don't mind a bit of that.
Well, do you know that Mexican lawmakers, have decriminalised smoking in March and approved permits to grow and sell the plant, but the bill still hasn't passed the Senate.
Right.
Hasn't passed the Senate. Meanwhile, US traders are filling demand for high-quality, regulated strains that can be sold in Mexico at more than 300% above market value.
Damn, son.
300% just for weed. Okay, all right, I'm telling you. Now
it's a cash crop.
It is a cash crop. The shift in the flow of cannabis poses a daunting problem for border police in both countries.
What do we do? Do we look at the guys going out? Do we look at the guys coming in?
Where are the weapons? Fuck that. We're looking for the kush.
Well, why is it, where are the days where they used to just strap dudes to the bottom of cars and try and drive them into America?
No. Now they're focusing, both the border police in both countries have been focused for decades on drugs entering and not leaving the US. Now, the demand for American weed has exploded down in Mexico.
Oh, now how the tables are turned.
Isn't it great?
It's hilarious.
Like they lost the car industry over there, so let's just start pumping weed into Mexico. Let's open the borders. Let's knock down this fucking wall that Trump built.
It's like
he doesn't realise the amount of money he could have been making. No, 300% over market value. He's supposed to be a businessman.
He's the worst businessman on earth.
The fucktard that he is. Yeah. And he could have just got into the kush industry.
Would have paid off all his bills.
Jesus Christ.
It's like taking sand to the desert, though, isn't it?
Well, it is. It is.
But it's fancy sand.
It is very fancy.
Not shit sand.
Now, US marijuana products, brightly packaged and more tightly regulated, are popular for their funny names and association with American rappers and entertainers.
Oh, give me some of that Snoop Dogg.
Well, okay, so the 2016 Migos song Bad and Bougie, which reads, smoking on cookie in the hot box, pushed the price of products from the Maywood, California pharmacy cookie by more than 200 to 300%.
Wow.
Just because of those lyrics in that song.
Because some dude shouted it out on a shit mumble rap song.
Yes. Now, pardon the pun, but growing interest in legal marijuana is being bolstered by California's massive marijuana market, which reached $4.4 billion in sales in 2020, which is up 57% from the previous year.
Oh, wow. Like
$4.4 billion.
Who would have thunk that, when you made weed legal, people would buy it?
That's exactly right. Now,
What
obviously,
a surprise.
There's laws around, being stoned, you can't drive and all that kind of thing. I get it.
Yeah. Well,
When is Australia going to wake up to this? This could be a new revenue stream. We're not making money with China anymore. They don't want to take our wine. Fuck off.
we got dudes down in the wilderness of Tasmania who are like legally growing dope, but their bloody dope patches and farms are more well defended than the Viet Cong in Vietnam, though.
For sure.
Because no one's allowed to know, and because weed is the devil still in Australia. And
What are they growing for, though?
medical marijuana. So you can actually get a script for medical marijuana. Most of it in Australia is CBD oil.
With the THC taken out.
Yeah, more or less. But
it still does
It binds to the right receptors in the brain.
Correct.
It doesn't make you stoned, but it does give you the pain relieving effects.
Yeah. Which I know a number of people. Look, you would benefit from that.
Hell yeah.
You would benefit from that.
Yeah. But I can't because it's illegal and, I'm a law-abiding citizen and all of the rest of it. And I like to drive my car because the law is pretty harsh if they catch you driving around stoned. So, and the problem is it stays in your system for weeks or days or something. Like
I think it's more days than weeks. I'm not a weed smoker at all.
No. So,
but the thing is, we're opening up another can of worms here. Oh, I will ask you, though.
Yeah.
Should it be legalised?
Absolutely.
In Australia?
Yeah.
But under certain conditions.
Yeah, well, bloody...
Because I did read the other day that Philip Morris came out and said this. The large tobacco company came out and said, we think that cigarettes will be phased out in 15 years.
Yeah, it should replace with vapes.
Yeah, I get that. But they're now, so what are they going to heavily regulate vapes? They can't even control vapes.
Well, as of the 1st of October, they are.
What? No, come on. You can't sit over there across from me and tell me that
I've got to get a prescription from the 1st of October to import my vape stuff from New Zealand.
Okay, a prescription from a doctor.
Yes.
To say that you're addicted to nicotine and you need that.
Yes.
And otherwise you can't get it.
No, it'll be seized at the border.
Yep.
And I'll be fined.
Wow.
Yeah.
So have you already spoken to your medical practice? Oh, I don't want to get into your medical history.
No, I have not. But there are organisations.
Most doctors are going to go, you're joking. You want to get the nicotine stuff?
Yeah. And
wow.
you need a prescription. It's fucking ridiculous. Honestly, they should just regulate it in Australia. And
why don't
everyone's
you just go back?
Oh my God, 2 people in the course of vaping have died because they smoked motor oil or something out of their vape that came from China and it was completely unregulated. So therefore, won't someone think of the fucking children? Oh my God, while they light up another fucking durry. Please.
Why don't you get back on the darts?
I don't like them anymore.
Why?
Because they taste like shit.
Yeah, and
it just makes your lungs feel horrible. Vaping is a much better alternative.
But I thought vaping put like air bubbles in your lungs.
No.
Well, that's what Karens are saying.
Exactly.
That's what Brian Date Rapist is saying.
Oh, fuck Brian Date Rapist. He's got an opinion on everything.
He does. But, I'm just saying, though, is it not better to
I think just regulate it. Obviously don't regulate heroin and shit, but that's hard.
No, they already have. They've got methadone programs all over the fuck.
Oh, but you know what I mean.
King's Cross. Don't tell me you didn't read the news in the 90s. Don't you sit there and do that.
The injecting rooms.
Fuck me, the injecting rooms.
There'll be dead bodies under the Coca-Cola sign.
Next to churches.
I'm Darren Hinch.
The kids. Think of the fucking kids. I'm Alan Jones. But, seriously, come on.
The government is crime poor. Start selling weed. Fucking seriously. I'd be happy to buy.
Is it time?
It is time.
They regulate it beers, like alcohol.
Exactly. Why have we still got alcohol and cigarettes if they're so fucking harmful? And everyone's going, well, we've got these harm reduction fucking things. Yeah, vapes aren't, just to go back onto the vaping, vapes aren't 100% safe.
My point with the vapes I wanted to say, though, is they can't regulate it.